Tonight, we've got the Jimi Hendrix of ukuleles. He's huge in Japan and about to overwhelm America. Plus, Bob Barker girl Gabrielle Tuitt will get her fetish on in our studios. It's gonna be hot. And finally, I get my song on for charity. Hey everyone, I'm Swisher, and you're watching Unscrewed. And here he is, a man who was once a virtuoso ukulele player himself until the accident. It's Martin Sargent.
Hey, how you doing, everyone? So great to have you all here on Unscrewed. Thank you. Thanks, America. Appreciate you all being here. Now, that's enough. Come on. Give me a break. Enough! Shut up. Jesus, Swish. God, you know, I told you never bring up the accident.
Be strong, Marty.
God, ukulele camp. I can't think of it. Can never think of it again. Anyway, so get this. The other day I was cleaning a prostitute's blood out of my Eldorado, and I thought to myself, what does Martin Sargent believe in? I mean, I do have some core beliefs. Like, I feel very strongly that getting drunk and setting fires with your mom before the age of 13 is immoral, whereas pleasuring oneself while watching Moesha, wholesome. Unless you're drunk with your mom. Don't do it. And I also think that Linux rules. Linux, yeah! No screensavers fans here tonight, apparently. But this isn't a real religion. It's just a loose set of beliefs. So I decided to go on a quest to find God in the one place I know I can find everything. Internet. First, I went to the Vatican homepage at vatican.va. I figured if I was going to find God anywhere, it was going to be in a hypertext clickable Latin document from the 13th century. But then I found something amazing. It was a link to the Vatican's secret archive. Cardinal Webmaster, how secret can it be if you've got a link to it on the front page of your frickin' website? Still, by clicking that link, I felt like I'd cracked the Da Vinci Code. See, I've heard that the Vatican has the biggest stash of pornography in the world. And I was terribly excited about getting a peek at a Bavarian woodcutting of a baroness tweaking her nipple. But alas, yeah, baby. There was no illegal Vatican porn to be found, so I clicked over to straightdope.com. They said, if I find God and he wants priests to live their whole lives as celibates, I'd really hope he'd give them more to wank off to than some frescoes that were the Renaissance porn equivalent of the Sears catalog. I mean, what kind of God is this anyway? An angry fire and brimstone God like on exposingsatanism.org, or the sweetly ineffectual God of another website, theinterviewwithgod.com, which, by the way, people, makes that Footsteps poem look like a well-thought-out piece of theological analysis. Well, then I found a site that really touched me, really. It's called GodHatesShrimp.com. See, I have always believed that shellfish were an evil, immoral way of life that corrupt our children and undermine the sanctity of marriage. It's that kind of judgmental finger-pointing that Martin Sargent looks for in a religion. Yeah, but until you decide to join me and firebomb a Red Lobster, and you're looking for some divine inspiration wrapped up in a tacky mantelpiece kitsch, go to yogod.com. See, they sell these God detectors that are supposed to be a way for the Almighty to communicate His will to you by asking it simple questions. Problem is, mine just stays stuck on no all the time. Let's test it out though. Hey God, is Laura Swisher pretty? Stuck on no all the time. That was just good. Laura's beautiful, just like God. Just like God. But if you ever need reassurance that God exists, just ask yourself, people. Just ask yourself, who, other than God, could have created something as screwed up as this? God detector. What do you think of this thing? God is nowhere near the Unscrewed studio. Nowhere near. We've had this place fumigated for God years ago. You want this thing? I'm sorry, I made a little crack about you. Take that home. That would look like a little mailpiece there, Laura.
It doesn't move from no.
It doesn't move from no. That's
God,
why.
are you saying I'm not pretty?
Guess what, everyone? No, you're pretty. You're a kid. God don't make no junk, Laura. Hey, a few lucky members are going to get a Yo God detector. If you want to come to the studio and go home with free stuff, just head to our website, g4techtv.com/Unscrewed. You'll win great stuff like God. You can win Martin Sargent, provider of God.
God merchandise.
America. That's cool. Hey, tonight's show has the lustrous, bouncy hair that lets you know it's been using a new conditioner. We've got this smacktastic swimsuit model on the show, Gabrielle, to talk about, video gaming, The Price is Right, and maybe even take a wheel on the spin of fetish. But mostly we'll talk about the swimsuit modeling thing. Yeah. Plus, we'll learn about Laura's burgeoning singing career in another edition of her blog.
Yes.
Looking forward to that. Always good. And at the end of tonight's show, I will begin my quest to become the first extended cable talk show host to circumnavigate the globe in a flying machine powered by low-carb meal replacement shakes.
Fun stuff. Real fun.
It's a great show tonight, isn't it? I feel like Phineas. But before all that, let's talk about last night. Last night I was thinking about one of my favorite dead rock stars, Don Ho, and I went online to try to learn to play ukulele in his honor. Well, internet taught me the craziest little factoid about Don Ho. He's alive. But more than that, internet introduced me to my next friend. From JakeShimabukuro.com, here's the loudest ukulele player in Hawaii, Jake Shimabukuro. How you doing, bro?
Jake, real quick, say your last name because I have a feeling Martin might have.
No, I said that right.
Wait, you say his last name.
Jake Shimabukuro.
Jake, how do you say your last name?
Shimabukuro.
Yeah, that's
close enough.
All right, how about this? Okay, I got that wrong. How about this? Ukulele. Am I saying ukulele right or wrong?
Actually, the proper Hawaiian pronunciation of it is ukulele.
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 And what does that mean?
Did you have a stroke just then?
I'm sorry, the power of God is coursing through my veins. What does that mean? Anything? Ukululu or what? What does that mean?
Well, actually, in the Hawaiian language, uku means flee.
Flee.
And lele is jumping. So actually, the direct
So it's
translation.
like that
of
Red Hot
ukulele-
Chili Peppers guitar.
Oh,
Right, flee.
Flee is my hero.
Yeah, is it right? So aside from being tiny and only having 4 strings, what makes that different from a guitar?
Well, actually, it's the tuning, because on most stringed instruments, you have the highest string, which is the first string, and then it gets progressively lower as you go up. But however, the 4th string goes up an octave. So you got this high G on the top. So it's like bum, bum.
So that whole thing, my dog has fleas. Does that have anything to do with the flea?
Yeah.
The flea thick. Is that a connection between that? Did I just crack some code?
Well, you might. I don't know. Wait, let's check the meter here.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, it probably
It probably does.
What it came.
See, I was an English major. I'm good at that kind of thing. Yeah. Hey, I want to learn this. I want to learn how to play the ukulele there. But how do I do that? You do this thing called the 10-finger strum. Is that a good place to learn?
Yeah. Well, actually, it's a type of strum that I created, and basically, what you use is you use each finger on your right hand. So you start with your thumb, and it goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you come back down 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So when you do it, it looks like this.
Whoa!
It's a basic. It's a basic technique, you know. It's the first technique that you know.
I guess you really are the Jimi Hendrix of the ukulele. Does that mean you're gonna die of a drug overdose?
I hope not. I hope not.
And in Japan, I hear they call you, what do they call you, Jake-san, because you're such a big deal over there?
Jake's-san, yeah.
Jake-san. That's amazing. When are you going to take America by storm?
Well, actually, this year is my first time touring the States.
Here you play a little song right now. All right, here he goes. Jake Shimabukuro.
All right. There's a song called Let's Dance.
Wow, amazing, amazing stuff. Look at the way the fingers fly there, people. Yeah, man. Yeah. What's next for you? Soul Train, man? You can go forever with that thing. You are amazing. Gotta get all the albums. We got links to all of them on our website, but we want you to stick around, play a little bit more for us later in the show. All right, we're gonna be hearing more of Jake as the show goes on. There he is. Amazing stuff. Yes, the ukulele, it always gets me in the mood. It gets me in the mood for interviewing a swimsuit model. Yeah, after the break, I'll spin the big wheel with Barker's beauty, Gabrielle Tweet, and see if she'll let me take her to the Showcase Showdown. Stick around.
Brought to you by Coca-Cola. Let's make it real.
Welcome back to Unscrewed. My next friend is alarmingly beautiful. So beautiful, it becomes impossible not to stare, much like that scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark where all the faces melt off. From GabrielleTweet.com, here she is, Gabrielle Tweet. How you doing? Great to have you here. Good to have you here.
Happy to be here.
It's just wonderful to have you here. And, you know, I think that, Jake, you're pretty happy to be here in between these two beautiful women right now.
Yes, I am.
Jake developed a little technique called the 10-finger strum. And I think he's going to be practicing that in his hotel room tonight, you know what I'm saying? So, you're best known, I guess, for playing beautiful Portia woman on the movie Deuce Bigalow, right?
Yes.
But I know you more from being on my favorite game show of all time, The Price is Right.
Yes, there you go.
There you go. How is that working on The Price is Right?
You know what? It's amazing. I mean, Bob is amazing.
Yeah?
He's so witty.
He's a hero.
Oh, he's amazing. I mean, he stands up there. When I first started, I thought he had a mic in his ear because he is so fast on his feet. It's incredible.
You're thinking of George W. Bush.
No.
No. When I was a little kid, I got to tell you, I used to go to the nurse's office and have them call my mom to come pick me up. I would say I was sick just so I could get home in time to watch The Price.
I did that too.
You did that too. We are so going out to dinner. Seriously, okay, here's what I need to know. What's the secret behind the hand sweep? Like when you're showing a product off, do you do that with God right here? Let's pretend that God is a prize in like the mountaineering game. The guy got off. Yeah, how can you do the thing with the hands?
For you, I will do this.
There it is. Beautiful. Laura, do you think...
We do the tap.
So it's like,
There you go. It's a little bit more like, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're
ukulele technique.
I think you're doing it kind of half
There you go.
Ukulele technique. All right. Yeah, there we go.
All right, well, Gabrielle, do you like games?
Yes, I like
Obviously you do,
games.
because you're on The Price is Right. Because now it's time for us to play a little game we play on the show, a new game on our show that tests your knowledge of some of the lesser-known yet more exciting sexual fetishes. Yeah? Sexual fetishes like tree doers or people turned on by imaginary giant women, that sort of thing. It's a new game, Gabrielle, we like to call Wheel of Fetish! All right, here's how this works, Gabrielle.
Coming up there.
We're going to spin the big old wheel of fetish. Now, whatever fetish it lands on, you need to try to define that fetish. So, for example, if it landed on apodomophilia, you'd say arousal by self-amputation. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Laura Swisher, spin the wheel of fetish. Round and round and round she goes. It stops.
oh, look at that.
Oh! It would appear as though tonight's fetish is nismalagina. Nismolnagia. No, I said it wrong. Any clues as to what that fetish is? You into that kind of thing? You know what that is?
Wait, you have to pronounce it one more time. Just
Nismolnagia. Got it? Do you know what that means? I'll give you 3 choices. Is it arousal from physical exercise, sexual love of geographical locations where 3 states or provinces converge, or arousal from tickling?
I'm gonna have to go with arousal from tickling.
She says arousal from tickling. Let's take a look.
It's fabulous.
You got it! Gabrielle, you were absolutely right! Arousal from tickling.
Do I get a prize?
You get a prize. You win God. Take God home with you tonight. Hey, you at home, if you're into tickling, why don't you go visit ostrichesonline.com for all your feather needs. There it is. Hey, that was so great to have you here on the program. Thank you so much, and good luck with everything in your career. Make sure you all check out her website. It's a wonderful place, GabrielleQuit.com. All right, kids, when we return, Laura will attempt to become a triple threat by adding pop star and temperamental diva to her resume in another edition of her blog. Hey, ukulele, play us out to break. Go!
All right.
I'm just cruising through with my buddies. We're just talking. All of a sudden, I see a new Celica GTS just flying by, weaving through traffic, and I just jumped in. It's impulse, you know, like cat and mouse. You see it, you just chase after it.
When you're on the road and you get that feeling, if someone comes up behind you, if someone smokes you, you know you're gonna go after it. That's the whole cat and mouse thing. It's just like nature. It's survival of the fittest. You're either the hunter or the hunted.
Rated E for everyone.
EA Games.
Challenge everything. Red Bull gives you wings.
It all starts with a chip that contains world-leading technology. Together with Samsung's superior engineering and design, it does so much more. It inspires. It enriches. It's the soul of Samsung, and it's in everything we create. Experience the power within. Samsung.
We thought they'd never find us. We were wrong.
No enemy has ever withstood our might.
I need a weapon.
There are those who said this day would never come. What are they to say now?
Rated M for mature.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for rejoining us. So, Laura, I understand that now you're sort of a co-host slash actress slash singer. Kind of an amalgam between Jake and Gabrielle.
I'm a little bit of everything now. I'm a singer, and I've decided to use my gift from God, my voice, to help those in need. And well, see for yourself. Dear blog, I was inspired by an article online to jump into a new career, singing, but not for myself, for humanity. I decided it was really important to raise public awareness of some disease, but which one? After a few weeks, I narrowed it down to lupus and fibromyalgia, because they weren't as depressive in nature as the other more fatal diseases. Not a universally fatal disease. I got a deal with Capitol Records to come out with a charity album in time for Christmas. It's a big lupus season.
You got any vocal training?
I'm self-taught, really.
Right.
But it's really important that we raise money to help Loopians.
All right, here we go.
This song's going out to the 60 million sufferers of lupus. We are the lupus families of
Yeah. We're gonna need to take that again. We just need you to sing the song. Just plain, straight, none of the stuff you're adding in. Let's get that down.
Woo!
Can we get you like a little more energy here?
I'm sorry, I said mucus. I felt really good about that. I felt like that.
You did, huh? All right.
And I really like the way that I said I'm talking about lupus, and that's exactly, I think that's a keeper. Although the record label ultimately dropped me, I'm happy to say that my track is available on the web.
Wow. Very nice. No,
Thank you.
You know, lupus means wolf.
Wolf disease? Really? I never really looked into it.
People were more impressed that ukulele meant flea. They don't give a damn. Anyway, is the track really going to be online?
The track is really going to be online for anyone that wants to download it. Go to g4techtv.com/unscrewed.
Go download it. Help out the Loopians.
I don't think we're donating any money though.
I'll cut a check
But in
for something.
spirit.
All right, we've got more ukulele music with Jake Shima, and Gabrielle's sticking around too. And I'll shoot an intern because I can. Stick around.
There's a new game, and it's tearing the streets up. Lace your boots if you think you can keep up. Ready for me? You can't handle my jock. Before you see me, you see the school of hard knocks. A day of reckoning's coming. Remember I told you, keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Rated teen. Axe deodorant body spray keeps you smelling great, no matter what you're doing.
How are we ever gonna pay for this pizza?
Now that's a gratuity. Axe.
It's my game, my picture.
It's my movies, my favorite TV shows.
Panasonic introduces the only DVD recorder with a hard drive that stores up to 700 hours of your favorite stuff. Call for your free DVD recorder guide now.
It's my home video.
It's my vacation. It's gotta be my game.
These are my TV shows.
Your life.
Wow.
Now available on DVD. Panasonic. Ideas for life.
I will rule the world!
Well, good luck with that.
When his underwater world is in danger, SpongeBob must begin a journey to become the hero he was born to be. This Friday,
Ew, I think I stepped in something.
the big surprises begin. When Sponge meets World for the very first time.
Who are you?
I'm David Hasselhoff. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Rated PG. Starts Friday only in theaters.
Ms. Pac-Man's back, along with 4 other arcade classics, including Galaga, Pole Position, and more. Just plug it and play it. An entire arcade inside one joystick. Rated E for everyone. Batteries not included. TV games from Jakks Pacific.
Products sold separately.
The sounds of the islands from Jake. So Gabrielle, our Parker's beauty friend, was telling us between the break there that in the warm-up before Price is Right, like the main thing that they tell contestants is don't hurt Bob. Is that right?
Don't hurt Bob.
Because he's like 90
He gets so excited, yeah. People want to like jump up and down and tackle him to the ground. And you know, after 31 years, he does not want to participate in that.
He's like such a thin guy. I wonder if they tell the same thing to guests on Larry King Live. He's like the same body type, you know? But at least Bob's got that little weird stick mic. I want to get one of those. He can whack people with it. I guess that's all the time we got. Thank you guys so much for being on the show. So great to have you here. My friends, Gabrielle Tuitt, and of course, Jake Shima Buckaroo.
Hey.
And of course, the Swish. Jake, can you play us the break?
Love
Play
you.
us into the night, my friend. Into the night. We'll see you at the bar, everyone.